Shiba Inu recently produced the strongest signal of the year. These trades now cause great worry. This may be the last light we have been waiting for at the tunnel. However, here's the important point. Almost every one of you only lacks sufficient. The real counts will astound you. But what occurred today? And what on earth am I even referencing here? So let me clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. For Shiba Inu, today is completely insane. Yesterday, the price moved strongly upward. Most people agreed, then that's great, but it'll most likely calm down shortly. Shiba Inu, however, had other ideas. It's doing the exact opposite instead of cool off. It's surging much higher today, passing past opposition like if it were nothing. The motion is rather unusual, and Shiba Inu has piled even more gains in only 24 hours. This is not a little pump. This is a statement. It's amazing as even the strongest bulls were not expecting this type of surge. Shiba Inu is relentlessly increasing, and traders are in shock. It is accelerating. Also starting to kick in is FOMO. The buzz is genuine. The energy is electrified. And should this continue, we may be looking at the beginning of something much, far more. Regarding more general issues, something very enormous was simply noted today. Recent in-top block statistics reveal something rather crazy. Now sitting in profit over 130 trillion Shiba Inu coins, valued well over $1 billion. That sums to shockingly large money. It also positions Shiba Inu in a somewhat fascinating manner. Given the abundance of money, holders may see two things, either some profit-taking or a new wave of purchase as individuals swarm in. But let us be honest here. Bulls under control with this type of momentum. Driven by the wider enthusiasm in the crypto market, Shiba Inu is enjoying an amazing upswing right now. Particularly with the Federal Reserve suggesting rate reduction next year, investors are feeling positive and find risk assets like Shiba Inu particularly appealing. And with regard to price action, certainly exciting. Should Shiba Inu remove its next short-term obstacle, the road becomes free for even more spectacular growth. We are discussing important levels ahead that might propel it skyward with possible breakouts resulting in some amazing objectives. Though there is some doubt, substantial support is underneath ready to catch any declines before another major run higher. Right now, everyone is focused on whether Shiba Inu can break past obstacles and release even more powerful motions. Should this momentum continue to flow, things might become really rather fascinating. Wait, however, hear me out even though I realize this is rather significant. You may not have sufficient Shiba Inu to become a billionaire as you want to be. Indeed, I am aware of that sounds nuts. Although you most likely feel you're all prepared, the figures could surprise you. Not to panic, I'll dissect it all later in the video. First, however, let's discuss something even more bizarre now occurring with Shiba Inu. A Shiba Inu expert has just disclosed something rather large, and this might revolutionize everything. Not only somewhat, but rather the whole number of Shiba Inu seated on exchanges has dropped according to fresh data from CryptoQuant. The reserves were much bigger at the beginning of the year, but now their count has plummeted by tens of trillions. This is enormous as it begs a fundamental issue. Are these tokens auctioned off or being transferred to private accounts for long-term retention? Here now things start to become interesting. If trade activity stays high, a limited supply on exchanges might be rather positive. Why? It is even more rare as it indicates fewer Shiba Inu are accessible to purchase. And pricing sometimes skyrocket when something is rare while interest is still high. Although spot market trade activity has been consistent, Shiba Inu's position in futures markets is hardly silent. Big players remain in the game, so they are positioned for what may be the next major action. Exchange reserves this low and optimistic momentum building up might be preparing Shiba Inu for something rather significant in price movement. Should the demand continue to rise, we may just see an amazing breakout. Staring at all of data, it really appears like this could be your final opportunity to have Shiba Inu at these reduced rates. The supply is declining, momentum is growing, and chances like these do not linger permanently. And here is the interesting bit. If Shiba Inu rises back to its highest high, an expert just disclosed how much you would need at the moment to maximize your earnings. The figures are ridiculous. Right now, simply $1,000 will cover over 74 million Shiba Inu coins. That compares to a few months ago, when the identical amount of money would have barely bought you half that. You could so stack much more Shiba Inu now for the exact same price, hence increasing your possible upside. Let's now go much further. Investing $5,000 now would yield around 300,000 Shiba Inu. With a $10,000 investment, you would score close to 750,000 tokens at similar rates. The true nasty thing, however, is this. Should Shiba Inu revert to its all-time high, those figures might soar in value. If Shiba Inu finds its top once again, a $1,000 investment now may become over $6,000. $5,000 that might blow up to $30,000. And if you enter with $10,000, you can find yourself staring at a portfolio of more than $65,000. That returns on investment are enormous, and it just highlights Shiba Inu's unrealized potential should she make that next significant step. Are you established for it, is the question. With costs this low and interest heating up, the time to snag additional Shiba Inu before things become wild might be closing rapidly. Here now is something even more fascinating. You may not even have to wait that long to start seeing some ridiculous riches. One expert recently disclosed the potential explosive rise in Shiba Inu throughout the next several years, and let me say the figures are very amazing. Right now, Shiba Inu is causing a whole fresh level of buzz. Prices forecasts have been being dropped by analysts, and early investors might be sitting on some life-altering rewards if these projections are even half accurate. First, let us begin with this year. While some analysts are much more optimistic, suggesting Shiba Inu might soar by over 400% and potentially even surpass her all-time high, others think she could more than double from her present level. That's a significant shift in only 1 year and demonstrates the still high momentum this coin carries. That is just the start, however. Looking forward to 2028, things become really fascinating. Some experts think Shiba Inu may cancel to zero, hence its price might rise by more than 1,000%. From current levels, this means imagine that, clinging on for just a few years, your portfolio increases tenfold. Not even the most optimistic forecast is that. Some claim it might rocket much higher, beyond heights unthinkable a few years ago. Let us now discuss 2030, as this is when things really start to fly. With rises of more than 5,000%, the most hopeful forecasts point Shiba Inu may be worth many times what it is now. You did indeed read correctly, 5,000%. If these projections come true, then an investment made now may be worth 50 times more. And this is not only achievable if Shiba Inu keeps winning acceptance, burns supplies, and rides the general crypto wave. One may say that is unavoidable, but hold on, there is more. Looking in the long future, 2040 is when the forecasts become completely ridiculous. According to some experts, Shiba Inu might wipe 3 entire zeros, therefore generating a 99,000% increase from where it is now. Yes, it is over 100,000% increase. Imagine investing only a few $100s today and seeing millions over time. Here we are discussing such sort of possibilities. Should any of these forecasts come to pass, this might be among the largest wealth prospects in crypto history. It's not simply hype either, given Shiba Inu's expanding environment, rising burns, and strong community. That movement is here. Looking forward, Shiba Inu's future, especially considering its creators, has never been more promising. Keeping ahead, Shiba Inu's creators are not only sitting back and observing. They are constructing, inventing, and preparing the ground for something grand. And Lucy, Shiba Inu's chief marketer, is the only one who knows what's happening behind the scenes. She issued a strong message in her most recent tweet. Builders never stop creating. Love finds it appealing. Later on, the end consumers will see and benefit from it. Still, the beauty of great teamwork is already really breathtaking. That concludes it, everything. The Shiba Inu ecology is expanding continually, and at the moment, the builders are constructing the foundation for maybe one of the most successful crypto tales. Although most individuals only pay attention to price swings, behind-the-scenes actions really count. The effort being done now will erupt into actual outcomes down the line, and here's the finest part. When the moment comes, the ones who will most gain are the holders, the really believers. Those that remain calm and ride the wave will be the ones commemorating when Shiba Inu achieves its best. You should so reconsider if you believe this to be merely another meme currency. Shiba Inu is here to rule, not just to be here. On this, however, what is your view? Commentary down below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.